I honestly was not expecting to have a treasure hunt so early in the season. I legit had other stuff planned, but oh well, more content, I guess. Before we begin, I would recommend doing the quest for yourself. It's pretty cool to find on your own, so if you want to give it a shot, I'll leave you with a place to look and nothing else. You're headed to the EDZ. And that's it. With that, happy hunting. For those that want to know how to begin the quest, you're going to be headed to the Gulch, specifically in the EDZ. You're looking for these floating Vex things in the air. There are 6 in total. Follow the path I take in the video for all 6. These Vex code things are scattered all about the place. There's around 6 of them, and they're typically spread between 3 locations of each other, one on one side of the Gulch and one on the other. So if you're looking for them, just look around for those. They're honestly not that hard to spot. Once you find them, you find them. Once you're done, look up. Just below that rift is a cave you can enter to start the quest. And I'm not gonna lie, I really liked this. This is really fun. It really brought me back to the days of Whisper of the Worm, where it was a complete secret. Nobody knew what was going on until people started finding it and reporting on it, spreading rumors through their discords and everything like that. It was just a blast. Everyone just hopping down looking for this quest. It was really nice. As for the quest itself, it's just one long story mission. There's not much to say there. Just bring in some good ad clear like Strand or Stasis, and yeah, there's just a lot of dudes, so just a lot of killing. The Vexcalibur is the exotic glaive you're going to be getting at the end of this, and being the glaive connoisseur I am, I can definitely tell you, it's a glaive. The chonk factor on this thing is more than I've seen on some Titans, so it's got that going for it. Now, as far as perks are concerned, you've got the main thing, M1R Distribution Matrix. That's a mouthful. This weapon will fire a spread, more akin to a shotgun, and it will be equipped with a quick draining shield. However, blocking damage with your shield will gradually bestow void overshields to yourself and nearby allies. Now, as for the trait, you've got deal additional melee damage while protected by an overshield. Defeating targets with melee final blows while the overshield is active will refresh it. This whole weapon's MO is overshields and smacking stuff, which honestly, with a big toothpick, I am down for. Now, the thing with this weapon is it's actually kind of good, I want to say. The problem is glaives themselves are not in a good spot, so when one is actually good, it doesn't mean it's the best, it means it's better than trash. So you've got things like the Hunter Exotic Glaive that does absolutely fuck all, and then you have this one, it's like, yeah, this one's going to be at the top. This weapon does actually have some really neat builds with Void, of course, because it's a Void overshield based exotic. Void fragments you can have are like Echo of Leeching, where getting a melee final blow will start health regen, or you can have Echo of Persistence, where you get even more overshield uptime. Something I did notice with this weapon, you do not need to guard the whole way to refresh your shield with a melee attack. What you can do is you can just tap it, get a tiny bit of your overshield filled, and then just smack something. It'll just fill it all the way up. And when you have Echo of Persistence and Leeching, you have more uptime on your shield, and you also heal under your shield. So you have this overshield, and if you're low on health, you get the overshield, and you get to heal while you have an overshield. So it's incredibly nice. Something else to mention is that shot spread, it's not horizontal, it's more of like a cube, so realistically it does fucking nothing except split your damage. I don't really understand that gimmick. It seems like it has a faster projectile time, which I like, but having it be a square and not a line means it doesn't really change much. It's still a glaive projectile, it just looks funky. There is another aspect to this weapon that you might recognize if you played last season. It is basically Revision 0 in the way this weapon will be developed. You can unlock all of the attachments week after week through getting catalysts, so this is going to be a week-on-week basis where you're going to be using this weapon. And thankfully, unlike Revision 0, they made the mission easier if you use this weapon during the mission. It has a special function where guarding will allow you to pass through Vex barriers in the mission to, you know, make it easier for you, make it faster. So using this weapon in the mission where it comes from actively contributes to making it an easier and more fun experience, which I'm down for, because if we're running this mission week after week after week to get all the stuff, we're gonna want to have it be easier by some other means, or just faster. Faster is the biggest point. Because my problem with Seraph Shield is it's a good mission. It's my favorite exotic mission. But also, it's really fucking long, and there's nothing you can do to really speed it up except well skate across the spacewalk. So I'm glad they're putting in mind that you can actually make the mission go by faster. This weapon also has a mod socket component that is specific to the mission that it comes from. So you have this authorization mod that lets you, for example, the first one I got was it lets you pass through blocking access gates, which is cool. It lets you just walk through stuff you couldn't walk through before. But my assumption is there's going to be more of these with even more secrets hidden in between the encounters. So that's actually pretty cool. That's basically all I need to say. I could go over builds that you could use with this, but honestly, that's up to your own discretion. It's a glaive. You're probably not going to use it very much anyway. Depending on the perks we get and the catalyst that we get and all that stuff, I might make videos determining what the best Vexcalibur is, but that'll be for a later date. That'll be all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, go watch my other stuff, and goodbye.